Hi, my name is Hanna Treppenhauer, and today I'm going to be presenting my capstone research for Can Food Culture Influence Student Perceptions of School Food? In light of the many consequences and vulnerabilities that our industrialized food system presents to both our environments and our societies, many schools have adopted some form of the farm-to-school approach, where a percentage of school food is supplied by local farmers. This initiative helps students to experiment with sustainable eating and may also help develop a long-term palate for these types of foods in the future. However, the extent to which students are interested in the sustainable foods offered by their schools varies on a case-by-case basis. I set out to investigate which factors positively influence children's attitudes towards these foods by looking at aspects of food culture present in schools that participate in the farm-to-school approach. I completed my internship with the Northwest School on their urban farm, working to develop an interdisciplinary curriculum that fully incorporated their urban farm into school operations. Through my time working with them, I also gathered anecdotal observations of what sustainable food culture looks like in schools. With these elements of food culture in mind, I administered a survey that was sent out to over 50 schools. The survey consisted of 6 yes or no questions and generated a 24% response rate, or 16 participants. I first asked about whether students were enthusiastic about local foods served at their schools. The following other questions included on the survey asked about the presence of a school garden, food-based curriculum, cultural foods, amount of staff support, and student knowledge of where food comes from. When analyzing the results of my survey, I looked for a correlation between student enthusiasm and aspects of food culture reported, which is represented by the blue graph in Figure 3. The factors that had the most positive correlation with student enthusiasm towards locally sourced school food were strong support from staff and knowledge of where food comes from, which is demonstrated in the 2 bars at the bottom of the graph. Schools that reported strong support from staff checked yes in all categories, whereas schools who reported lack of support from staff checked no in all categories, indicating that support from staff is a significant factor in student reception of farm-to-school food. While only a small percentage reported having a farm or garden, 3%, those that did responded yes to all categories. This indicates that while having a farm garden on school campus may not be the make or break factor in influencing students' enthusiasm, it does go a long way in helping with that. The significance of my research is that schools represent a unique medium through which issues of crucial social change can influence the youngest members of society. Even with a small survey sample size such as mine, anecdotal observations of the Northwest School make it evident that the presence of food culture is a significant influence on students' enthusiasms towards locally sourced school food. These results are significant because they demonstrate changes that schools may implement at little to no additional cost in order to foster healthier and more sustainable eating habits in children. In order to further the extent of my research in the future, I recommend more robust policy interventions at the faculty, administrative, and school board level that support farm-to-school program infrastructure, as well as statewide implementation of a food-based interdisciplinary curriculum. Additionally, a more in-depth study spanning across schools who implement food education initiatives, followed by an analysis of information retainment and impact in order to fully analyze the implications of my research. I would like to acknowledge the hard work of Sean in providing a valuable capstone experience during these times, as well as thank my site supervisor, Jenny Cooper, and faculty advisor, Eli Wheat, for all of the advice, support, and understanding I needed to complete this project. Finally, I want to thank my friends, family, and partner for always believing in me. I couldn't have done this without your help and support. Thank you.